Hi, am I in the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Don, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is Don Mega, and I'm your host, and I'm so happy that you're here joining me for another brand new episode. It's August, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, we are broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios here on this Monday. It is August 1st. 2022. Welcome to August, everybody. Season 24, episode 19, and tonight's show is titled Man's Best Friend. I got a new non-spoiler movie review for you. I got a couple TV shows to talk about, and then, of course, we're going to get you caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, reviews. You come right here every single Monday, and we get you caught up with everything going down. Quick plug. Did you listen to our Am I Still on the Air Comic-Con wrap-up? Did you? Did you check it out yet? Did you watch it on the YouTube? Did you listen to the audio version? I don't care which way you did it. I just hope you checked it out. That's right. Last Monday, a week ago, myself and Peeps got together and we did a very special Am I Still on the Air Comic-Con 2022 Marvel DC panel wrap-up where, we broke down the DC panel, the Marvel panel, and everything that was told to us. But the cool thing was Peeps was actually there in person in Hall H getting to see a lot of this footage. So he got to talk about it in that first person of getting to witness the things that we did not see. But of course, we also broke down all the news and we talked about the stuff that was released to the public. It was a great episode, and yes, it's available in two versions. You can watch the video version on our YouTube page, youtube.com/amiontheair, or you can listen to the audio version right here on this same podcast feed. So that's my big plug of the week. Let's jump right into the show, why don't we? And our first movie review, and our only movie review of this week, is the new #1 film in the United States, and that's from my boy Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, because he released, finally, the DC League of Superpets. That's right, the League of Superpets came out. This is an animated movie that originally was supposed to come out back in May, and then DC did a big shift, and they just kind of shifted everything down a couple months. So this weekend was supposed to be the release of Black Adam. They pushed Black Adam to October, and then they took Superpets and moved it to this date. So this one here, of course, really focused on Crypto, which is Superman's dog. When Superman and the rest of the Justice League are kidnapped, Crypto the super dog must convince a ragtag shelter pack of Ace the Hound, PB the pot-bellied pig, Merton the turtle, and Chip the squirrel to master their own newfound powers and help him rescue the superheroes. What's really cool, man, great voice cast in this movie. You have, of course, The Rock voicing Crypto. You got Kevin Hart voicing Ace the Bat Hound. You got John Krasinski as Superman. You got Keanu Reeves as Bruce Wayne. Kate McKinnon voices Lulu, the evil little guinea pig. Vanessa Bayer, who I love, she voices the pig. Natasha Lyonne was hilarious and voiced Merton the turtle. Diego Luna voiced Chip the squirrel. Jamila Jamil was Wonder Woman. Mark Maron was Lex Luthor. It goes on and on and on. The casting so good for this movie. And I gotta tell you, you know I'm not big on animated movies, I'm not big on kid movies, but this one was super cute, y'all. Super, super cute. I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. My daughter loved it. She wants to go see it again. I think we're going to go see it again, probably later this week or maybe this weekend. And by the way, there is a post-credit scene, and I'm very disappointed in myself that I did not wait to see it. I heard it's a nice little tie-in with Black Adam, so I'm very disappointed in myself. All I gotta say is that, because I sat through half the credits, and then there was a mid-credit scene, and then I said, I bet you that's pretty much it, and we left. There's always a post-credit scene, so should have known. But like I said, man, this movie is funny. It has heart. It's got some good action. It's got great humor. It's got humor for the kids. It's got humor for the adults. It really hits on all levels. And I don't really know what else to say here about this film. I mean, it really is just pretty straightforward. It's nothing new. It's nothing crazy. Of course, Krypto trying to rescue Superman, can't do it on his own, and he reluctantly has to become friends with these shelter pets who also just got powers, and he really doesn't want to deal with them either, but, it's all about family. Let's just say that. So, we're trying to save the Justice League here. And like I said, and along the way, tears are going to be shed, laughs are going to be had, and I think you're going to have a really good time, especially if you got a family and you're taking the kids out to have a good time. This is a movie to definitely check out. So glad to see it's the number one movie in the box office over the weekend, and I definitely would recommend the DC League of Superpets. I would give this one 4 out of 5 stars. Now, switching gears on over to TV, the new show of the week that I checked out was The Resort. Now, I've been waiting for this one. The Resort is a Peacock original, and it stars Kristen Milotti, who I love whenever she pops up and does anything. She's really, really good. And it also has William Jackson Jr., who, if you watch The Good Place, he was Chidi. I love this guy too. So when I saw they were the two leads, I was sold. And then you also have Nick Offerman in this, Skylar Gisondo, and it's got a really strong supporting cast. Basically, in this, the first 3 episodes dropped on Peacock, and new episodes will drop every Thursday. Now, so I did watch the first 3, so I can come to you based on that. Episode 1 was very, very slow, and I was like, I don't know about this. Episode 2 started to pick up. Episode 3 I really, really enjoyed. So the show's really starting to get its footing, and I think maybe that's why they put out 3 episodes, to kind of be like, please give us these 3, and I swear we'll make it worth your while. The gist of the story is that Noah and Emma, played by William Jackson Jr. and Kristen Milotti, they're a married couple who are celebrating their 10th anniversary. And of course, their marriage is kind of on the rocks. They're not getting along very well, but they go on this trip and they go to this resort. She ends up finding this old cell phone while they're off in the woods. And she gets curious, so she finds a way to get the cell phone to turn on, and she starts going through the pictures, and she Googles, like, who this phone belongs to, and she finds out that it's someone that has been missing, that someone that stayed at this resort, like, 10, 15 years ago, and went missing after a hurricane. So it almost becomes, it's like a comedy, but it's also becoming this mystery where she tries to get her husband to be like, come on this journey with me. Let's figure out what happened to these people on this cell phone. So, and of course there's more to it than that as well too, but without getting spoilery, that's the kind of gist of it, right? Like she's trying, so in the show, you're getting what's happening in current day, and then it also flashes back to show you some of the things she's looking at on the phone, and you're seeing what's happening with the other people, 10, 15 years ago. So it's an interesting concept, and I'm really anxious to see how this show turns out. Like I said, by the 3rd episode, I was in, but it did have a slow start, so you're going to have to kind of get over that hump to get going. But that's The Resort. Like I said, first 3 episodes now streaming on Peacock, new episodes every Thursday. And then, so those are my 2 new things, and then I wanted to touch on The Terminal List. That's Chris Pratt's new show on Prime Video, and I finished this show a couple nights ago. Great show. If you like things like Jack Ryan, military type shows, but also like hardcore action, I think you'd really like this show. Terminal List was fantastic. Started strong, ended strong. Really loved the cast. Chris Pratt killed it in this. Not your typical Chris Pratt. I don't think he did anything funny in this show, which is kind of crazy for a Chris Pratt, right? You've seen all his other movies. He's always quipping jokes. He didn't in this one. He just kicks ass. So just wanted to shout that out. Terminal List, all 8 episodes now streaming on Prime Video. Definitely go check that out. So that's what I got, guys. Nothing too much this week from a review standpoint. DC League of Super Pets now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. Over on TV, The Resort streaming on Peacock, and The Terminal List streaming on Prime Video. All right, let's get over to our box office. Let's see how things are shaking. Coming in at number 10, it's Vengeance. Coming in at number 9 is Jurassic World Dominion. Number 8 is The Black Phone. Number 7 is Elvis. Number 6 is Where the Crawdads Sing. Number 5 is Top Gun Maverick. Number 4 is Minions: The Rise of Gru. Number 3 is Thor: Love and Thunder. Number 2 is Nope. And number 1, we just talked about it, the DC League of Super Pets, coming in with $23 million to take that number 1 spot. So congratulations there to the League of the Super Pets. And with that out the way, it's time to get into our news of the week. All right, so if I touch on any kind of news article that you would like to know more about, head on over to our Twitter page or our Facebook page, and you can get the full articles there. Okay? All right, let's get into it. So HBO series My Dentist Murder Trial is set to star David Harbour and Pedro Pascal. I'm already interested based on HBO, the title of this show, and of course David Harbour and Pedro Pascal. So sign me on board. You got all the winning ingredients there. We have the trailer for a new movie called Echoes, which is Michelle Monaghan leading Netflix's new missing twin drama that is coming out soon. So that should be really, really good. Great casting there as well, too. Roland Emmerich, he's got a new Gladiator drama that's just been given a series order over at Peacock. It's going to be called Those About to Die. Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon looks like it's going to be delayed to next year, so they're going to maybe hold off on that to 2023. We have your first look photos from a new movie called The Whale, and it stars Brendan Fraser, and he's playing a 600-pound man. That's right. So this is the new Darren Aronofsky movie, and a massive transformation here, so definitely check that out, Brendan Fraser in that. The Gray Man, which is killing it over on Netflix. The Gray Man's getting a sequel and a spinoff with Ryan Gosling coming back, so very, very cool there. The new trailer dropped for Me Time. I think this trailer looks hilarious. This is a new movie that comes out later this month on Netflix starring Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg. Once again, you give me the right combo, I'm in. Sold. Kevin Hart, Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg, of course, like crazy ass, balls to the wall kind of dude. Kevin Hart's kind of settled down. He gets a little, the movie's called Me Time. He gets a little bit of me time, and Mark Wahlberg gets him out of the house, and shit go cray. It looks hilarious, guys, and I know it's just a Netflix movie. It's probably going to be cheesy as shit, but I think it looks hilarious, so I cannot wait for this. This movie actually caught me by surprise. I didn't even remember that this movie was being put together, and here it is. So definitely check out the trailer for Me Time if you want a good laugh. Kevin Feige says that Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is going to have some permanent changes to the MCU. Ooh, very, very interesting. We have the first full trailer for A League of Their Own, which is the new Prime Video TV series based on the 1992 movie, so definitely check that out if you're interested. We have the trailer for Pearl, which is A24's horror prequel starring Mia Goth. It's the prequel to the movie X that came out earlier this year. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. If you missed the news breaking on last week's episode, Kang Dynasty is going to be directed by Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton. So this is massive right here. So congratulations to Destin, who is going to be directing the Kang Dynasty. It looks like he's not doing Secret Wars, just this one. So that'll be very, very interesting. Congratulations to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. The trailer scored 172 million views in just 24 hours. Holy crap. That is a lot of views. So congratulations there. That movie's going to be huge. Law & Order SVU has added Days of Our Lives alum Molly Burnett ahead of season 24. So that should be pretty interesting for you that watch that. MTV's VMAs, the nominations have dropped for the 2022 list, so you can check that out on our Twitter page if you're interested. Netflix is also going to release their Thai Cave Rescue series on September 22nd. It's an 8-episode miniseries. Now, you know, Prime Video is about to drop the 13, which is based on the same story, which looks really, really good. I think it looks better than the Netflix one, but you know, everybody in Hollywood likes to do these things in pairs. So Netflix will drop theirs as a TV show in September. Prime Video is dropping the 13 later this month. Sarah Paulson is set to star in a new movie. It's a new horror thriller that's going to be called Dust. Kate Winslet and HBO are reteaming for a new limited series called The Palace. Sorry, give me one sec here. Harley Quinn season 3 now streaming on HBO Max. So if you're looking for something new to watch, Bad is in full swing. So I'm still on season 1, I think. No, I think I did get to season 2. I'm way behind on Harley Quinn, but glad that people have their season 3 ready to rock over here. We got some first look set photos from the Fallout TV series. They show off the power armor, the super duper mart, and the bombed out scenery. So check that out if you're a fan. This, of course, is based on the video game. We also have your first look at Sebastian Stan in the new movie A Different Man, which is showing his incredible transformation. Yeah, he looks insane. You would never know that that was Sebastian Stan, so check that out. We also have the teaser trailer for Bad Sisters, which teases 4 women's plot to kill their brother-in-law. This is coming soon to Apple TV+. She-Hulk will feature a lot of cameos from MCU newcomers, so I love it, man. I'm so ready for She-Hulk. I think this show is really going to surprise a lot of us. Fate, the Winx Saga, Season 2, coming very, very soon to Netflix, and they just dropped a new featurette that you can check out, so see that if you're interested. HBO's Princess Diana documentary is coming soon, and they just dropped the first teaser trailer for that. Let's see here. Netflix released the trailer for Guillermo del Toro's reimagining of Pinocchio. Yeah, count me out on this one. I just, I saw some people were like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's stop motion. It looks cheesy as shit to me. I just can't get into it. Del Toro just doesn't do it for me anymore, man. I'm sorry. So I know some people will hate that I said that, but I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Keeping it real. We do have the trailer for Samaritan, which is the new Sylvester Stallone movie that was going to be in theaters this month, but now it looks like it's coming to Prime Video. So in a shocking move, it's been moved over there. And I love this trailer. He plays a former superhero that basically faked his own death, and he's just been kind of living life secretly, and a little boy figures out, hey, you're Samaritan, and we kind of go from there. But it looks like great action. It looks like it's got some good humor. I'm down, man. Samaritan looks pretty damn good, so check out that trailer if you haven't seen it yet. Kevin Feige also announced that Marvel's Fantastic Four movie will not be another origin story. He says we're going to just jump right into it. So very cool there. We're not going to waste that time on another origin story. Taron Egerton is set to star in a new Christmas time TSA thriller from director Wam Colette-Serra. It's going to be called Carry On. Love Taron Egerton. Watching him right now in the new show Blackbird over on Apple TV+. He's killing it. After watching Blackbird, I really want him in the MCU. So hopefully he keeps doing these projects and keeps his name out there for Kevin Feige to make a little call. Daniel Radcliffe, Weird Al Yankovic, baby. The Weird Al Yankovic story is coming very, very soon. We got a new poster that we threw up there for the new movie called Weird, the Al Yankovic story. So check that out. $1 Million Island, which was going to be NBC's answer to Survivor, has been canceled. That's right, canceled before the cameras even roll. So none of that will be happening. The Santa Claus, David Krumholtz, is returning as Bernard the Elf in the Disney Plus sequel series. I know a lot of people are asking about that, and it is confirmed. Also confirmed, iCarly. iCarly has been renewed for season 3 over at Paramount Plus. So congratulations there. I know a lot of people loving that show. Grey's Anatomy has recruited Glee alum Harry Shum Jr. as a new resident. Rick and Morty season 6 is coming very soon to Adult Swim, and they're saying the show is going to be very worth the wait. So there you go. This August 5th is when 13 Lives will debut, the movie we were just talking about, the true incredible story of 13 Lives. It is in some select theaters right now, and it'll be hitting Prime Video on August 5th. Directed by Ron Howard. Very, very cool there. The Weird Al Yankovic movie starts streaming on November 4th. It'll be on the Roku channel. So yes, November 4th. Keep that in mind. Let's see here. Moving along. Okay. So news broke the other day that got me very, 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 very excited. Ben Affleck returning as Batman for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. That's right? Ben Affleck returning for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Arthur Curry and Bruce Wayne reteaming. We're back together. And this started because I guess they were filming a little something on the Warner Brothers lot, and they got busted by the touring group. And Jason Momoa just put it up on his Instagram, and he said, we're busted. Tried to keep it a surprise for you guys. But yes, Bruce and Arthur back together again. It was pretty awesome, right? So there's a lot of people excited about this on the internet right now. I mean, everywhere I look, just, Batman's back, and Ben Affleck's back, and this is so great. And believe me, I'm one of those guys that's super excited because I love Ben Affleck as Batman. I think he's the best Batman we've ever had. So, after the Justice League debacle, he stepped away. He said, I'm done. No more Batman. And then we got Robert Pattinson, and we got that Batman, which was great. But then we got surprised when we heard Ben Affleck back for the Flash movie, and we're like, oh shit, that's awesome, right? But that was supposed to be it. All done after the Flash movie. Well, now we're hearing this, and we're like, yo, this is tight. Here's my speculation, and I'm pretty sure this is exactly what happened. Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne, Batman, in the Flash movie made sense. That movie takes place in the DCEU. As you know, we're getting Michael Keaton back as Batman. So, my assumption all along for the Flash movie was that it's going to be in the DCEU. We got our Flash from Justice League. We got our Bruce Wayne. We got everything going on the way that we know it. Barry's going to go through time. We're going to kind of flashpoint things. Things are going to get jacked up. Timeline's going to get screwed. And when the dust settles, Bruce Wayne's Batman is gone. Ben Affleck's Batman is gone. And we now have Michael Keaton's Batman. The universes have crossed. And we now have Michael Keaton's Batman. And that would explain why we don't have the Ben Affleck Batman anymore. The timeline got jacked. Now, if you remember the original release date of things, The Flash was supposed to have already come out. It was supposed to have come out back in October or November. And then Aquaman was coming out in December. So Aquaman was coming out after The Flash. Well, we talked about it with DC League of Superpets earlier, that DC a couple months ago shifted everything backwards a couple months. And now, according to the release dates, Aquaman 2 comes out, I believe, in March or February or March. And The Flash doesn't come out till the summer of 2023. So like July, I think. So Aquaman's coming out first now. So here's my logic and my thought. A, there was either scenes that were already shot with Michael Keaton's Batman for Aquaman 2, and Ben Affleck was nice enough to step in and reshoot those scenes, because Aquaman 2 with Michael Keaton would not make sense without seeing The Flash first. And since The Flash does not come out before Aquaman 2 anymore, it just doesn't make any sense. So they're having to redo those scenes with Ben Affleck. Option B, it was a post-credits thing. Just this tiny little post-credit scene with Michael Keaton popping up. And instead of doing that scene, they're replacing it with a Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck scene to show that this is still in the current DCEU before Flashpoint. So unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be anything big. I know a lot of people are running with these headlines like, oh, Batman's in Aquaman 2 and this and that. I wouldn't even be surprised if there is no Batman in Aquaman 2, that it's just Bruce Wayne. I wouldn't be surprised if it's literally a 30-second scene we're talking about in the post-credits. So I'm trying to temper my expectations because, believe me, guys, I was just as hyped as all y'all. But I want to set the record straight and really kind of give my interpretation of what I think is the deal. I think they had Michael Keaton in there, and it just doesn't make narrative sense anymore because the movies are not coming out in that order. So they're reshooting the Batman stuff with Ben Affleck instead. And then it'll make sense a couple months later when the Flash movie comes out. So don't expect much, but I will still take it because it's Ben Affleck as Batman or Bruce Wayne once again, and I don't mind. So there you go. All right, moving along. Creed 3 has been delayed to 2023. Pissed off about this. This movie was supposed to be out in November. There's no reason to push this back. This is not a CG heavy movie. I don't know why it's being pushed back. It's supposed to be out in November. Now it's going to come out in March. I believe March 3rd of 2023. So not really sure why, but that's what's happening. So there you go. Shudder has announced that they're doing another VHS film. So that'll be pretty cool. I like the VHS films. Kristen Ritter, I love Kristen Ritter, our Jessica Jones. She is set to star in an upcoming Orphan Black sequel series that they're going to be doing. So I love that she's going to be headlining that. So there was a lot of confusion about the animated Spider-Man freshman year that's coming to Disney Plus in 2024. A lot of people were saying, oh, this takes place in the timeline. This is, it's Marvel Studios, so this is his freshman year. This is what happens before Tony Stark recruits him to be in Civil War. And that's what we all thought. And then at Comic-Con, they started showing, oh, Norman Osborn's in this, and Doc Ock, and obviously we've all seen No Way Home, and we know that those characters don't exist in this MCU. So now we're finding out that the writers of the series have come out and said, yes, it is a multiverse story, so this takes place in another multiverse. So there you go, just to confirm. Book Club 2 has set the movie to be released in 2023, so that's when you'll get your comedy sequel, Book Club 2. We have the trailer for House of Darkness, which stars Justin Long as he goes on a deadly date, so check that out. Lock and Key has released the Season 3 trailer for their intense final chapter, so check that out. Let's see, we already talked about that. We have a little baby teaser trailer for Oppenheimer. Cillian Murphy is the man who moved the earth. This is Christopher Nolan's new movie. It's a very tiny teaser trailer, nothing too crazy, but check that out. We also have the full trailer for Blonde, the new Marilyn Monroe movie starring Ana de Armas that's coming to Netflix. MGM has lost the Tomb Raider movie rights. That's right. There is a Hollywood bidding war going on, and it looks like Alicia Vikander will no longer be our Tomb Raider. No more our Lara Croft. We were just... I had just talked about the news of her being interviewed and being asked about, hey, what's going on with Tomb Raider 2? And she said, we got our director, we got a writer, we're ready to go, but there's starting to be some rights issues, and it's come full blown now. And yes, MGM has lost the rights, so they are looking to reboot the series, which will mean all new cast, crew, everything. So, which sucks, because I thought Alicia Vikander was an awesome Lara Croft. I like that Tomb Raider reboot, so definitely a bummer. I'm sure it's a bummer for her too, because she sat around for years waiting to make this sequel, and now it's just up in flames. So get ready to hear more news on a reboot and new casting for that. Charlize Theron and Alfonso Cuarón are reuniting for Philip K. Dick's new family drama Jane. The Wilds has been canceled after 2 seasons over on Prime Video. Chris Sullivan's new comedy, The Son-in-Law, is not moving forward at ABC. So it looked like it was going to go there. Now it's not. So they're going to shop that around, see if someone else wants to pick it up. Reboot, which is a new show that looks awesome. It's landed a fall release date over at Hulu. And you got your first look at the sitcom right now that you can check out. So very cool there. Let's see here. What do we got? HBO's Los Spookies is coming very soon. They just dropped the season 2 teaser trailer, so check that out. A lot of people have been wondering where the hell that show was at. It was renewed a long time ago. American Idol, everyone's returning. Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and host Ryan Seacrest all coming back for another season of American Idol. Oscar-winning actor Troy Kotsur is attached to star in a new project that tells the true story of the 2021 Cubs football team, where a deaf team had an undefeated season and earned a spot in the California State Championship game. So very, very cool there. Let's see here. We talked about that. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this Creed spinoff. So this has been all over the news. So a couple days ago, news came out, we're making a Creed spinoff, Drago, right? Remember, Creed 2 was about Ivan Drago and his son, right? So this new movie, Drago, is basically in the vein of Creed, that'll be following the Drago father and son duo into their own story. Well, that was cool. People got excited. And then Sylvester Stallone came out, and he's been arguing that the Rocky rights belong to someone else, not him. And he's been trying to get the rights, and this guy has been exploiting the rights, and they've been going back and forth. So then Sylvester Stallone came out and said, I can't believe he's milking this franchise and making this Drago movie, and I can't believe that my friend Dolph Lundgren would do this to me. Like, this is messed up, blah, blah, blah. So then Dolph Lundgren finally addressed it and said, hey, look, just to set the record straight, there is no script, there is no green light. We don't know if this movie's even going to happen. And I also was under the assumption this whole time that Sylvester Stallone was involved. And if he's not, then I will go talk to my friend. And he said, so, I will reach out to Sly and we'll handle it. So I love that, our good old boy Ivan Drago, Dolph Lundgren, is not just letting things slide under the radar. He's not doing anything for greed. He's like, hey man, I'll talk to Sly and we'll figure it out. But he says that news of the Drago spinoff was leaked and it came out prematurely. So, supposedly this is not a go-to thing. So all parties are trying to figure it out. But yeah, there's a lot of heat on the whole Rocky franchise right now. And maybe that has to do with Creed getting pushed back a little bit. Who knows? Matthew McConaughey is set to star in Skydance's new soccer drama film called Dallas Sting. Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese are going to partner for a new naval thriller film that will be coming to Apple TV+. Godzilla vs. Kong sequel has officially begun production in Australia. We have the trailer for Little Demon, which stars Aubrey Plaza and Danny DeVito. It's a new FX animated series that's coming to Hulu as well on August 25th. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, James Gunn teases a bigger and more emotional movie. Jon Favreau tried to convince the Russo brothers to not kill Iron Man in the MCU. He pleaded with them, don't do it! But of course, they did it anyway. Law & Order OC has added Arrow's Rick Gonzalez as a new detective for the upcoming season. The Gordita Chronicles has been canceled after just one season on HBO Max. Will Smith has officially apologized for the famous Oscar slap. So, there you go. Chris Rock has not responded, and Will Smith even said in his apology that he reached out, but Chris was not ready to talk. But I thought it was a good video and a good first step for Will. Very, very much so. Okay, trucking along. Marvel confirmed I Am Groot's place in the MCU timeline. It happens after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but before the mid-credit scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because he is Baby Groot, and by the mid-credit scene, he's a teenager Groot, so it takes place in the middle there somewhere. That's the place in the MCU timeline. We got everything coming and going in August to all your favorite streamers, so definitely check that out if you're looking for something. Live-action Tokyo Revengers movie sequel has been announced. Holt McCallney has joined Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, so very great addition there. He's always great when he pops up and stuff. Max Headroom, the 1980s artificial intelligence icon, is making a comeback with a brand new show. Max Headroom. This is a reboot that I never thought I'd see again, dude. Max Headroom was fucking weird. So there you go. We'll see what happens with that. Kevin Feige says that they are looking for ways to elevate Deadpool 3. He says, we like to do things big for the third movie in a franchise, so they're trying to figure out some stuff for Deadpool 3, which gets me really, really excited. I like it. Brett Goldstein discussing his surprise MCU role, so check out this article if you want to hear a little bit behind the scenes. In some sad news, Nichelle Nichols, who played Uhura on the original Star Trek series, passed away at the age of 89. So we definitely live long and prosper. Miss Nichols definitely will be remembered forever. Okay. Let's see here. We talked about that. We have the trailer for Legacy, the true story of the LA Lakers, which is coming to Hulu very soon. We have the new trailer for Devotion, which is a new movie based on America's Forgotten War, starring Jonathan. Oh my God, why am I spacing his name now? Kang the Conqueror, Jonathan Majors, right? Yeah, Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell. So that's who stars in this new movie, Devotion. Glenn Powell definitely finding his way in airplane movies. So there you go. The Flash, it's ending, y'all. The Flash officially announced season 9 will be the end. That's right. And it'll be a shortened season. They're only going to do 13 episodes for season 9, and it's a wrap. I'm just here to say good riddance and good job. I'm a big fan of the Flash show, or I was for the first 6 seasons, but these last couple seasons have been torture to get through. They've been really, really rough, and that's as a big fan of this show. So this show should have ended 2 years ago. Glad to see that we have an end in sight, and they can put it to bed. Because it's time to put it to bed. Goodbye, Flash. Teen Wolf's Arden Cho has officially joined Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender series. Colin Farrell says the Penguin show will not be directed by Matt Reeves for HBO Max. So we kind of expected that. I thought Matt would at least do the pilot, maybe a couple episodes like James Gunn did for Peacemaker. But no, Matt Reeves, too snooty. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't know what his excuse is, but he will not be directing the Penguin series. We do have a brand new trailer, though, for Andor, so definitely check that out, the new Star Wars series. It is delayed, though. Andor was supposed to come out the end of this month on Disney+. Has been pushed to the end of September, but they're going to debut with 3 episodes when it does debut, so very cool there. 3-episode premiere, comes out the end of September. We have a new poster that we put up on our Instagram, and the new trailer just came out, so check that out on our feed. Also in the works is Nobody, the sequel. That's right. Remember Nobody with Better Call Saul himself? I love this movie. I thought Nobody was a pleasant surprise of the year. And it now is confirmed that it is getting a sequel, and it's in the scripting process right now by director David Leitch. We're getting a movie based on Spirit Halloween. Yes, the weird store that sells Halloween stuff a couple months out of the year. Spirit Halloween, the movie, is coming to creep out the whole family this October. So check that out. Nick Offerman and Janet McTeer are joining Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. Haunted Mansion, rumor has it Jamie Lee Curtis and Jared Leto might have joined the cast, so very interesting there. The Boys has promoted the son of Homelander to a series regular for Series 4, so going to get a lot more of him, which I think is very interesting there. You definitely see they were building that up. The Weakest Link has been renewed for a 3rd season. Showtime has ordered a new comedy pilot from the Everything Everywhere All at Once team, so that should be really interesting. And I believe that is it. Yes, that is it. And that does it for us, man. Look at us coming in under 40 minutes today. Thank you so much for tuning in once again to Am I on the Air? If you'd like to support the show, there's a link right here in the show notes for our Cash App at simply $Don Mega, and you could help support the show, $1, $100, $1,000, whatever you see fit. So totally up to you. But amiontheair.com is our official webpage. Make sure you bookmark that. It's got your links to everything you need, plus the show itself. Make sure you like us on Facebook.com /Am I on the Air. Make sure you give a like to our page. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/Am I on the Air. Even if you're not on Twitter, just bookmark that link, and you'll be able to follow along with all the breaking news as it happens each and every day, because the Twitter feed is definitely the best way to get it all done. And of course, make sure you subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podchaser, Google Podcasts. We're on everything, so make sure you follow along. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Just search Am I on the Air, and I'm sure you will find it. And give us a follow, please. It will really, really help out. And thank you to our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at reddragonsradio. And the Pop Culture Pros. Thank you so much for always supporting us and streaming us on demand over at the Pop Culture Pros Network. That will do it for me here on this Monday, August the 1st. I hope you all have an amazing week. This weekend, what do we have? Something new coming out in theaters this weekend? Oh, shit. Bullet Train, baby. It's Bullet Train time. So that's what we'll have going into next week's episode. So till then, take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Red Dragon!
Red Dragon!